Hi guys, it's Grant from Grant Fitness and Jets Caloundra, and today we're going to be looking at the king of the lower body exercise, one of the best exercises you can do for building muscle mass, and also very good for your posture, and if it's done correctly, and that is the squat. We're going to start off, we're going to look at the basic bodyweight squat, and we're going to work our way all the way up through progressions until we get to the high bar barbell back squat. Okay?
So the first stage in a squat is the bodyweight squat. Start with your feet just over shoulder width apart, with your toes slightly outwards, chest up nice and tall, keep your elbows by your sides, and all you're going to do is bend from the hips first and then sit backwards as if you're sitting into a chair, pushing the floor apart with your knees, pushing the weight into the outer edge of your feet. Go down to your hips, break just parallel with your knees, and then stand back up, squeezing your glutes at the top. From the side, looks like this. So again, sitting back, pushing your hips backward first, then bending at the knees, coming down till the hips stop just past your knees, just past parallel. You'll notice that you keep a good arch in your back. Just at the bottom, you may get a slight rounding or your glutes just tucking under. That's as far as you want to go in the squat. Don't go any deeper than that. If you have someone who's having trouble sitting backwards into the squat, then what you can do is place a box behind them, about 6 inches behind them, and just encourage them to sit backwards and as if they're sitting down in a chair, touch their glutes to the box, and then stand up with, again, a powerful contraction of the glutes. Another way you can encourage the backwards movement is to counterbalance it with a weight plate. Get them to hold a weight plate at waist level, and as they squat down, bring the arms up. Having the added weight out in front will force the body to move backwards to balance the weight, and again builds in the movement pattern of sitting backwards into your squat. After you've mastered the bodyweight squat, the next move is to go onto the goblet squat. So hold a kettlebell about chest height as if you're holding a goblet of wine or something up to your face. Keep your elbows back and sit back into the squat. Again, feet should be just over shoulder width apart, toes pointing outwards, and as you go down into the squat, pushing your knees apart, putting your weight into the outside edge of your feet, making sure you just keep your weight in your heels the whole time. From the side, exactly the same. This is encouraging you to keep your chest up, to keep the kettlebell up nice and high, and encourages thoracic extension whilst you're squatting, which will help keep a good arch in your lower back as you go down into the squat. After you're comfortable with the goblet squat, the next stage is to move on to a front barbell squat. Approach the bar from behind, place 2 fingers just over shoulder width apart, and walk your elbows under the bar, keeping your elbows nice and high. Foot placement just as in all the other squats, just over shoulder width apart, toes turned slightly outwards. As you're squatting down, again keeping your elbows up nice and high. The bar should be resting on your front delts. You're not holding the bar to keep it in place, your fingers are just resting there. Again, important to keep those elbows high throughout the squat, and again encourage that extension of your upper spine, keeping your chest up nice and high. From the side, exactly the same. Approach the bar, elbows high, chest up, sit back into the squat, then hitting the hips first, then breaking the knees, go down to just past parallel, stand up, squeezing your glutes. Break at the hips going backwards, stand up. Keeping those elbows high all the way through the front squat. You may need to do some flexibility work and stretch out your lats if you have problems keeping the elbows up throughout the movement. Now we move on to the back squat. So approach the bar, grip the bar just wider than shoulder width apart, walk under the bar and place it on your upper traps, not resting on your neck. From there you're going to come back, you're going to rotate your elbows down and underneath you, grip the bar, squeeze the bar, and then go into exactly the same squat pattern. Sitting backwards, breaking at the hip, pushing your knees apart and pushing the weight out into the outside part of your foot and keeping it in your heels. Again, standing up, driving the chest up as you stand up, making sure you keep that chest high throughout. From the side, again, as you approach the bar, as you've got it, you keep your elbows, notice how the elbows position is down, so they're down by my side. Okay, as I go back into the squat position, my elbows stay in line with my body, trying not to roll the elbows back outwards. This again will encourage you to keep that chest up, driving all the way through, driving your shoulders and chest up high from the bottom position to lift the weight up. All that's left now, guys, is to add weight to the bar and start squatting. Always choose a weight that you are comfortable and confident in lifting, If you want to move toward more maximal lifts, then see a trainer, get them to assess your technique, assess your form, and be there to help you progressively overload what you're doing. If you're always challenging yourself, then lifting more weight, you will always continue to see results with the squat. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Hope that's been helpful. Like the video, share it with your friends, and I will see you next time you're in the gym.